Essential EGL+Batch. This series features EGL Development Tools version 0.8. In this lesson, we're going to introduce a built-in type called string, modifiers const and private, write and call an EGL function, plus pass parameters to a function. We're going to write an EGL library, and finally, we're going to find and fix a bug in the EGL library. We're going to reuse the basic EGL project from Lesson 1 called EGL Program. See Lesson 1 for instructions to create a basic EGL project. So let's take a look at the program and library that we're going to create during this lesson. We'll take a quick look. The program is Lesson 2, Lesson 02. Now, it has a call to a function called demo, and the function is defined here. And then in the library, notice it's a library and not a program, we've defined two variables. We have defined two functions, one start function and one end function. And that's pretty much it for the library. In order to work on Lesson 2, we need to have a package. So let me show you a hard way to create the new package for Lesson 2. We do right-click, New Package, and we type in lab.lesson02. Now ordinarily we would click Finish to create the project, but we're going to show you a shorter way. We right-click on an existing package and do New Package, and it provides us with the name of an existing package which we can edit and press Finish, and now we have our new package. Now let's go get the source code from our reference project. We'll highlight the library and the program source code. We'll select that and then right-click and copy. And then we'll be able to go to our EGL program and the package. We'll right-click on the package and paste. So it copied the library and the program to our lesson for today. Now what do we have? Let's go through this a little bit. We have the package, which has to match the name of the package. We have a program. We have a main function, like we learned in Lesson 1, and we have a demo function. Now this is where the demo function is called from the main function. And that is the syntax without any parameters. And then you'll notice that we have a new construct here, which is the name of a library and a dot. Well, that enables us to use code and variables from a library. Just like a program, it has to have the same package name. And in this case, we have two constant variables, and the word private means that it's only available in this library, and the keyword const means that it cannot be modified. And then we have a start function and end function. Now for parameters, here's the name of a parameter, and the type is string, and in actually means that it is read-only, cannot be modified. We're defining a variable called message. It's also the type string, and this is a construct for concatenating two strings. We'll take the variable prefix _ start and the parameter name, and we'll put it together in a string called message. The string concatenation operator is actually a : : The equivalent is the plus sign. But the plus sign is for math, and the : is only for string concatenation, putting two strings together. We have a very similar thing with the end function, but it uses the prefix end instead of the prefix start. So, what is this going to do for us? Let's run the program and let's see what happens. We right-click somewhere in the editor, we do Run As an EGL Java Application. We find our console, and that's where the output from the program goes from the console. I'll open that up and see what we have. So this is where it printed out lesson 02, and then it printed out start demo and end demo. Oh, but it seems that there's a space missing between the word start and the word demo. Now, how did that happen? Well, what we need to do is debug our program. So we'll right-click somewhere in the editor, debug EGL Java application. And you'll notice that it also goes through very quickly because we haven't set any breakpoints. And it produces exactly the same output as run as. So without a breakpoint, our debugger is never engaged. We never go to the debug perspective. So I'm going to set a breakpoint right here where the demo function is called, because that's where it seems that that's pretty close to where we have a problem. So I'll debug. Now this time with a breakpoint, we get this message, and yes, we want to switch to the debug perspective. So we're on line 6, where the main function is going to call the demo function. Now we have buttons up here, and in this case, it's going to be important that we want to step into the demo function. If we use stepped over, it would run through the entire demo function and still be in the main when we're done. So here's the function name. Let's see. Now we have some variables to look at. We'll look in the debugger for them. Let's see. Let's see if we can find the function name. That's actually the function that hasn't been without any variables. We'll use step over to, there's the function name, and its value is demo. Now the text of the value is right here, and you can actually type in something else if you wanted to, but it has no effect on the program at this point. If you hit enter, it just moves the text up because this is an editor, a multi-line editor. But if you want to actually copy the value of a variable into your EGL program, you can highlight it and copy. So you can use the values of variables that are in your that are in the variable view. So we haven't run into the problem yet. So let's go ahead and step into the start function. And notice that it switches to the batch library, and we're right here in the middle of the start function. See if we can find a, we'll notice that now prefix end is defined with the keyword end, with the text end, and prefix start is defined with the text start. In the start function, we have a name, which is actually the parameter, but that's the only variable so far. Let's step over, and then we'll be able to find the message. And we'll see right here, there's no space between start and demo. So how is that? Let's see. There's no space at the end of the prefix. And I notice that there's no space at the end of prefix end as well, so we can fix 2 bugs with 1 debugging session. And I'll run this to the end. Okay, now save the changes that I made in the debugger, and we'll start the debugger again. Yes, we want to go to the debugger, and we'll start right back at the demo again. Step into that. And we want to step into the start function again to see if we fixed the problem. Let's see what the message is now. Start space demo. It looks like it might work. So let's see what comes out in the console. Start space demo. It looks like it worked. And we can step over the end function, and it also has fixed a bug with the end function. So it looks like our program is working now. We can run it as an EGL application, and when we run it, notice that the breakpoints are ignored. And this is the end of lesson 2. Thanks for watching.